What's up, everybody? Welcome to another show, Jammin with J Money from SportsbookReview.com. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. I told you guys we was gonna have a surprise for you guys, man. We're trying to get to someone today. We got a new guest in here. My guy, Teddy Covers. What's up, Teddy? Everything good with you?
All good, Jay Money. How are you today, buddy? Thanks for having me on.
I'm I'm doing all right. I'm still a little pissed, man, from the Timberwolves yesterday. We're gonna get to it. First, we got to tell you guys about the poker tournament we got coming up. Larry, you want to roll the video for the poker tournament?
Hey guys, Lee Martin here. On Saturday, February 15th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, SBR is hosting a poker charity tournament to raise awareness about Angelman syndrome, or AS. AS is a rare disorder that currently has no cure. Symptoms include developmental delays, no or minimal use of words, seizures, and a few other serious conditions. To take part in the event, reserve a seat by logging into the SBR poker client and buy into the event with 200 bet points. For each buy-in made, SBR will donate $20 to cureangelman.org. If you're curious if this is a legitimate charity, know that this is SBR's 6th year running this tournament. SBR will also provide a list of donors as well as an invoice of payment to the charity once the event concludes. Over here at SBR, we have members of our forum family that have been directly affected by this syndrome. Our goal is to raise more awareness and help drive fundraising to support research and an eventual cure for Angelman syndrome. We hope for an even greater turnout this year, so please spread the word to friends, family, and anyone else who is willing to participate in the event. I'll see you then.
See you guys then, man. Make sure you guys tune in. And I saw some people in the chat yesterday saying some funny biz, man. Ain't no funny. We ain't gonna do y'all like that, man. Y'all know where to find us, and we ain't no scammers over here, man. But yeah, we. You asked me how I was, Teddy, man. I'm not too happy. Carlton Towns got ruled out. You know what I'm saying? Right after I made the full game bet, obviously was on the first quarter and first half as well. Still cashed those. They kind of helped me out there. Rozier and Zeller there was ruled out as well. But enough about that. We'll get into it. Junior, what's up with you? Everything good with you? How was your day yesterday?
Yeah, the Carl Anthony Towns news was pretty annoying, obviously. These last minute scratches make it hard for me to come up with picks in the morning to put out, for everyone that watches the show. Those are the only picks I make official on the show, the ones I put on SBR.com. That being said, there's no room for excuses. Today's a new day. There's only 2 games on the card. But if you're asking me, did that make me happy? No. I did hit one of my money line parlays from yesterday at least, but didn't come close to hitting that second one. So we're just trying to get to some money today. What about you, Jordan?
Yeah, yesterday was a real mixed bag, mostly because of the cat injury being late scratched. I was right on it though because I hit up D'Angelo Russell's props, both his points, rebounds, and assists, and his points last night. Right when I saw that news before they took those down, so that was the only saving grace for me yesterday because basically everything else did not hit. And thought I was being smarter than your average bear by going Charlotte first quarter and first half, like I was talking about the show yesterday. Also after the cat injury broke, and of course that doesn't hit, and Jay hits on those. So definitely should have just laid off those. It would have been a little bit better of a day if I would have done that. But hit Lakers first half, missed them on the first quarter. Missed my Grizzlies first quarter play on Portland. So it was 2 and 3 on the day, not bad, but or 3 and 4 on the day, not bad, but not good either.
I like it. I like it. My guy Teddy, man. What's up? Everything good with you? How was your day yesterday, Teddy? It's a privilege, man, to have you on the show. I used to watch you on on Sportsbit when y'all guys used to do the show for SVR, man. So you know what I'm saying. I know you well, man. Did you have a good day yesterday?
I did not. It wasn't a disaster, but it certainly wasn't a good day. I was impressed with your Pacers play. It was a play that I was looking at and tempted by and looking at and tempted by. And I'm like, I just can't step in front of the Bucks, and you nailed it. And we were IMing yesterday or DMing yesterday, and I'm like, I just didn't have the guts to step in front of Milwaukee. You're like, I did. So that was a great call. No, it was not a particularly good night in the NBA for me. Last night, and look, this last week before the All-Star break, there's some hiccups, there's some bumps. We expect that coming out of the All-Star break as well. Those first couple of games, it's not as easy as when everybody's in rhythm and you know what they're doing. All that said, I mean, we got 2 games on the card for tonight. One of them I like a lot, so I'm kind of excited to talk about.
Yeah, I'm excited too, man. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm still kind of pissed, man. The Hawks, I thought that there was a good side right there, and it happened to be in a clear wrong side right there, man. They ended up losing by 22. I mean, it was a little closer than the fourth quarter. They kind of just let go of it there late. Now, I think that was a prime example of maybe Trae Young looking towards the All-Star game. He was not interested at all in that game. I mean, the whole team just didn't have any interest in playing defense there. I mean, you got Tristan Thompson hitting threes out here and shit. I knew I had to turn a game off then. When he hit 2 threes, I was like, no, I got to turn this shit off, man. I cannot watch this. But I mean, the Hawks, they tried to make a little comeback. It was just a wrong side there. They ended up taking the Hawks. The Detroit, they took the Magic tough there late. Down to the wire, took them to OT, ended up covering the spread there, covering at 7.5. They ended up losing 112 to 116 to the Magic there. Toronto ended up taking the L after 16 straight wins. We see that it's tough for a team to win 4 straight times versus another team in the NBA and one time in the year. So it doesn't surprise me that the Nets got their win. It did surprise me that they held the Raptors to only 91 points. That game went way under the total. You don't see games like that anymore, man. 192 total points. You just don't see that, man. So there was almost a 30-point cover, 31.5-point cover for the under there. And yeah, the Pacers, man, they was all over the Bucks. Didn't surprise me one bit. And I should have been on it first quarter, first half, and full. I just took the first half in the full game, but it made me feel good. Even though the Pacers almost pissed it away, man, the final score is the only thing that mattered. And they had to get it done in that game versus the Bucks with no Giannis, man. If they lost that one, man, I mean, come on, it was a circle the wagon spot, man. They got it done. The Wizards get it done over the Knicks, man. We know they just had too much. And the Wizards are a really good back-to-back team as well, man. They play really good. Even though the Knicks, their recent success, they couldn't keep up with the Wizards scoring last night. The Wizards get it done 114 to 96. The Blazers end up taking the L on the back-to-back. Obviously, we saw that Damian Lillard get hurt. He hurt his groin late in that game. He won't be participating in the three-point contest or the All-Star game. So now you got Devin Booker that now he, and cried his way in there. But we know he deserved it. But they take the L to Memphis there, 111 to 104. And the Hornets, man, they get the job done straight up. I can't say I wouldn't have thought that because even when Karl Anthony Towns got ruled out, then you see Rozier and you see late scratch for the Hornets. Rozier and Zeller out. So I'm like, okay, they starting point guard and center out. Maybe it's a little even up. It looked good at the half. The Wolves are up by 16 points. I mean, come on, man. He just pissed it away. The Mavs get it done 130-111 over the Kings. The Warriors get the cover. The Lakers get the cover. And the Jazz. I did the write-up on the Jazz yesterday. Got it done. The Heat roll woes continue once again, man. And the Jazz look to be back here with 3-4 straight wins. But enough of that. Just had to recap full yesterday. Y'all know how I do, man. So y'all know how I get to it. But let's get to the first game of the day, man. We only got 2 games today. Let's try to get to it. Teddy, you have a look on this Clippers versus Boston Celtics game?
Oh yeah, I got a big look on the game. This is a big bet for me, and I don't have a lot of them. But I want the Clippers off a loss anytime I can get them. I got them 15-1 straight up off a loss this year, 13-3 ATS. But when you're talking about a team that's a dog tonight, and this has been their role, and not just one, not just twice, not just 5 times. I mean, they've done it 15, 16 times this season. This is what the Clips do. And I love the fact that they didn't play well in Philly. And really, when you saw the quotes after the game, Brett Browne talking after the game, he's like, that might have been the best game that Embiid and Simmons have had together in a Sixers uniform since I've been here. And of course, he's been there from the beginning. So Philly played really well in the game. Obviously, when the coach is coming out with quotes like that, and if you watched it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Richardson was hitting threes in the fourth quarter to kind of put it away. I'm not going to downgrade the Clips off of that. I love the fact that we have the Clips off a loss with the break coming up next, with Paul George coming off a bad game. The supporting cast didn't have a good game. And I really look of these two teams, and of course, they're both coming off a loss. But Boston's home court edge at the TD Garden, we've lost to the Suns on this floor, the Pistons on this floor. I'm talking in January, or since the new year. They've shown enough vulnerability at home that for me, this Clippers off a loss, it's paying my mortgage, man. I'm going to keep riding it. And the matchups work. The Clips have won the last 4 in this series. There's no home court edge in this series. You go back 5 years and you see that, 2 or 3 times the home team's covered. It's been a road dog series. I like the Clips catching points. and I think they win tonight. So yeah, that's a bet. And again, this isn't I don't go nuts with a 1, 2, 5, 10 units, but this is a step up wager. I bet the Clips. I got them +2 in my pocket, and I haven't bet the money line yet, but I'll put some money on for tip off. I'm sure. Haven't needed to. The money's come on Boston, so
Exactly, and that's why you say sometimes you sit and wait. Because I mean, I see a lot of people liking the Celtics as well today. We know it's the last game of a 4-game road trip for the Clippers. Like you say, last game before the All-Star break, they are coming off the loss. Like both teams coming off the loss. We know that the Celtics. Look, I bet against them the last game versus the Rockets. They've shown some vulnerability here late. They're 0-3 ATS in their last 3 games. So we see a team, you know what I'm saying, go on a 7-game win streak, and then after their first loss, then it's kind of like an exhale, and the next one is as well. Jaylen Browne is probable to play here. He's still pretty banged up, though. My thing with the Celtics is, man, they got the 3rd worst scoring bench in the league, and in this type of game, I think they could matter. Depth, obviously, the Clippers have more depth here. I would love to have Patrick Beverley. I would absolutely love it. He's not going to be in this game, but everyone else, you got Paul George, you got coming off a bad game as well. Kawhi Leonard back in here. They're gonna be pissed off that loss versus 76ers. I like that look there, Teddy. Any look on this game, Jordan? You got to look on the first quarter, first half in this spot?
I'm still looking at this game, but I do kind of like what Teddy's thinking about here with the Clippers, because that was the way I was leaning coming into the show, and just for a couple of different reasons. I don't mean to steal one of Junior's lines here, but I think it's just has to be done. Like, you don't pass up a sale when you have one of the best teams, if not the best team in the league, catching points, even against a team like Boston, who they match up well against, like Teddy was mentioning, and also not only that. If you look at those last 5 games for the Clippers, and obviously they've lost 2 of them, especially these last ones, and embarrassingly 3 games ago to Minnesota, they still are top 10 in those 5 games in both offensive and defensive rating, even with that horrific 142 to 115 loss to the Wolves. Like, they're still actually performing pretty well, and motivation is a big thing tonight. If Boston comes in this game with anything less than their best effort, maybe with their eyes on the All-Star weekend or a little bit of vacation, they're going to get smacked up pretty good here, because the Clippers are too big, they're too deep, and they're too good. So I might tail Teddy on this one. It is very appealing. I will say that.
Yeah, I think so. I think so as well, man. I think so too. I mean, and it's only going up. I know it opened at -1 for the Celtics, up to 2. I can't say that it was a little surprising, but really this is a 50-50 game. I mean, whichever one, if you like the Clippers here, then I mean, I really feel like it's a 50-50. I could understand why people are on the Celtics here, back at the house, you know what I'm saying, off a loss as well. But like I said, I think that they're on a little bit of a downswing, in my opinion. And Teddy makes a great point there. The Clippers have their track record this year off a loss. Any look on this one, Junior?
Yeah, I've got the Clippers money line, but first half though, based on a lot of the things that Teddy said, they're just a bounce back team. The reason I kind of shied away from the full game here was because the Clippers in the last game, because of the Pat Bev injury, only had 7 guys that played more than 12 minutes. I didn't really like that too much, but I think in the first half, there's no doubt that they're going to come out with I'm not going to say a sense of urgency, but they just haven't looked right on the road. They can't continue to lose these games against other quality opponents. They've got to string some. I know obviously you're not going to be able to string wins together with the All-Star break coming up after this game, but I'm saying that they just got beat on the road in their last game. They haven't looked good on the road all season. I just think at the bare minimum, they're going to come out in the first half and put up a good effort. Another reason why I took them in the first half is because Boston is the best first half team offensively in the league, but they do most of their damage in the third quarter, especially in the fourth quarter. They're much better in the second half than they are in the first half. In the first half, they've been very vulnerable at home in certain spots. Jay, we've talked about this in the past. So I just think that the spot for the Clippers here is first half money line. I got them at even money.
Oh, I like that. I like that. And you could even get a better. I'm pretty sure you get a better number than that right now. I don't have it pulled up, man. I got this first quarters, man. I did a little first quarter parlay today on the, you know what I'm saying, on the write up. I'm pretty sure that y'all know what's up, man. Y'all make sure I go to the SBR video /NBA. Make sure y'all check out those articles every day we have them. We got guys over there with college basketball picks and all that, man. So you can get all that. Yep, you get plus a half for the first half. Let me see. You get plus a half or +1 for the Clippers there on that first half. So I'm liking it. I'm definitely gonna ride with my guy Teddy. I was already liking it, but I'm definitely, if my guy Teddy like it, if he loves it, then I love it. So it's that simple. I'm riding with my guy, man. It's pretty much that simple. I tell you, have anything else to say to go back to what Jordan or Junior said?
Well, Jude was talking about the money line. Like first half, you can get about even money, plus 100 for first half money line, for sure. It makes sense to me. But I thought the full game was stronger simply because we have the track record for that. And you talked about Boston stats in the first half and how good they've been offensively. It made me like the full game better than the first half. So yeah, Clips +2 full game. And like I said, I'm looking right now. I'm seeing plus 115 on the money line. That's an attractive option for me as well. I'll have some of that in my pocket for it.
Exactly. And make no mistake about it, the Celtics will get up for this game. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. I know the Celtics get up to play good teams, but the last time they were at the house, man, them boys almost lost to the Hawks without Trae Young. Trust me, I know. I was on the Hawks there. I know. And they was pulling away. And then the Hawks got right. I'm talking about was down 3. They really was 1 3-pointer away from a missed the shot attempt from going over, taking them to overtime in Boston. So, and that was with everybody. No, I think they had a couple of players out. They had a couple of players out of the game, but still, man, they haven't been putting their foot down at the house, man. Let's get to the next game. We got OKC versus the Pelicans here, and I know OKC is a really good road team. They really are. They 20-5 ATS this year on the road, but they didn't beat the Pelicans 3 times already this year, man. I know it's earlier in the year, and that's the thing. It wasn't this same Pelicans team. They didn't have Zion. You know what I'm saying? There was still had a lot of injuries there. Didn't really have a lot of chemistry. It's a different team right now, man. You asking the OKC to go on the road, and they're in a funk right now. If you ask me, the OKC hadn't been playing well lately. They only 1-3 ATS their last 4 games and lost 2 straight. You lost to the Spurs. I mean, in that terrible spot that the Spurs are on. You lose that game straight up, and we're never in the game. I don't know. I think OKC, them boys looking towards the break. I know they've been playing good on the road. The Pelicans got the number 1 pace last 5 games. I think they're going to run them out the gym tonight, man. I like the Pelicans here. I like them early, and I like them often, and I like points here. The first quarter parlay that I did was was Pelicans first quarter -1 and over 59.5. So I like that for the first quarter to be over 60 points scored, and the Pelicans come out hot like they always do. 8th best scoring first quarter scoring team in the league, man. And the OKC, they usually start off pretty slow as well. Any looks on that one, Junior?
Yeah, I'm riding with the Pelicanos. I know I've been all over OKC for the last 6 to 8 weeks, but they just haven't looked good recently. And the Pelicans have. It's Jordan stole one of my lines, so I'll steal one of yours, Jay. This is a triple revenge spot for the Pelicanos. And Zion Williamson is playing. And listen, just look at the OKC front court. They got some great 5s. Don't think they got anyone that can match up with Zion too well, though. I think Zion could be in for a big game in front of his home crowd. I pray that Brandon Ingram's in. I haven't checked the injury report in a couple hours, but
he game time.
I'm praying.
He game time. Nah, his game time decision. I'm hoping that he's back in there too. I think he'll suit up. I mean, they could rest him, get him extra rest for All-Star, but he's been out the past 2 games, man. I think he could have came back last game, sat it out, they got the win. He game time. I think he's gonna give it a go, man. They don't want to lose. Oh, it's tough to beat an NBA team 4 straight times in a row. I don't care. I mean, they could lose this one. OKC could cover, but I gotta put my money on the Pelicans. I gotta ride with. Hey, you see what the pay? Hey. It's been working for me, man. I gotta ride with the Pelicans here, man. They don't. I think they're gonna go full squad here.
Sorry not to cut you off, but I didn't make the first half an official play. But if you look deeper at OKC's numbers, they've not been good in the first half, even during this 6 to 8 week run where they've had a very, very good record. Their first halves have not been good. I really want to get involved in the Pelicans first half, but I'm sick and tired of these late scratches, so I didn't make it an official play on SBR.com. I'm just gonna wait until I find out what's going on with Brandon Ingram before I make any investments on that. But I'm leaning very heavily towards Pelicans first half as well. But full game is my official play -2.5.
Yeah, and if he's ruled in, this is going up to at least 4.5.
Of course,
immediately.
Of course.
What you got, Teddy?
The line's getting popped as we speak. So it looks like Ingram's upgraded the problem. The threes are about to if you're seeing threes, they're not going to be there in 5 minutes. So you bet it right now.
I told you, boys. Hey, did the write up on this last night, man. Boy ain't sitting out, man. I'm telling you. Usually when I say it, you kind of can gauge when a player can play. I mean, if they were close to coming back to last game, and then the next one it's a huge game, boy finna play, man. Boy's finna come out there and ball. Right now they got the better offense. OKC. I know OKC can ball. I know. Not tonight though. I'm giving the boys the Matumbo. Not tonight. What you got, Jordan? What you think on this? So I know you know that the Pelicans are nice in the first quarter. You know that.
Yeah. Oh, at first, as soon as you said that, I knew, that light bulb went off in my head. That Pelicans first quarter bet. They didn't cash the last time I had them on the first quarter, but it's very tempting to jump on them again because I was looking into this game and that was the first thing on my mind is I want to see what they look like in the first quarter before I do anything else. But as I was looking at the first quarter, I think I found something a little bit better. And this kind of theory messed me up last night, so I may end up just betting both of them and doing Pelly's first quarter along with this. But I did the same kind of theory with the Grizzlies in their first quarter yesterday. Should have just bet them straight ATS on the first quarter, went with the total instead, and was on the wrong side of that one. But I think the under here in the first quarter actually has some value. Now I wrote this up on the website, so you can go to it a little bit more. But I'm gonna play devil's advocate here for just a second because we have a little bit of time today to discuss this. Like it does seem the line's team, and last time I checked, Brandon Ingram game time decision. So I don't think anything's been officially noticed on him, but it does seem like it's leaning towards that way. But what if the first time All-Star reserve wants to just get a little bit of extra rest before that big game on Sunday? It's not too far-fetched to say that he won't play in this one. So I think waiting until you have official confirmation on that may be the way to go if you're not feeling as comfortable on the full game spread on this one. That being said, though, if he does not play, you're definitely going to see the total dip down. And so that's kind of what I'm waiting for a little bit here because I do think the first quarter, the Pelicans defense has been actually somewhat good in the first quarter of their home games. It kind of tends to tail off very quickly after that. But lately, especially with Zion back, they do tend to play pretty good defense. And if Ingram's not in there, that really, I think, loses a lot of their Pelly's fast break ability as well. And the Thunder are going to want to slow this game down as much as possible already. So first quarter under at 60 points is where I'm looking at right now. I'm really liking it if Ingram's ruled out. Still like it a little bit, though, if Ingram's in. I think it's still a pretty good number. But it really just depends on his status to whether or not it's going to be a somewhat sizable bet for me tonight.
Exactly. Luka played last night for the Mavs, and it's damn near the exact same situation. He could have sat out. He could have sat out. No, I'm coming in to play. My team needs me. We need the dub.
We didn't Pelicans are also 5 games out of the playoffs
three
right
straight
now,
times
so
already
it's
this
a
year.
little bit different.
We got to come in here and win this game. The coaches, you look at the coaches, they got to come out. They want to go into the All-Star break. Some teams don't care. Other teams, I mean, they fighting for a playoff race. They got Zion. Them boys got a shot of, you know what I'm saying? The boys got a shot of something, a shot of Zion. Hey, I think they want to go into the break the right way. Ingram will come back. You kind of want to get another game under your legs. You don't want to come back in rusty in the All-Star game. Hey, boy, I think he's playing tonight. Me personally, that's just what I'm betting on. What you was gonna say, Teddy?
Well, I was going to say that what the point about Luka coming back last night and what the markets are expecting from Ingram tonight, the guys that get the All-Star bids, you want to play, all right? You want to play in the All-Star game. You don't want to be, and especially the first time. And you don't play if you don't play that last regular season, the last game before the break usually. Your team's like, well, I'm not healthy enough to play with you guys, but I'll play with these guys on Sunday.
Right.
So normally what you see is the guys really try to come back for that game before the All-Star break. And again, there's nothing official yet. Everything's still that I'm seeing that's the official stuff is still questionable. But the markets have legitimately in the last 10 minutes, and I think it was like 10:25, 10:26.
It has been,
Pacific times. That's 1:25, 1:26 on the East Coast. Like it got boom, screen goes black. Where everyone that's a wise guy move. All on New Orleans, and the only reason that's coming now is because they think that Ingram's going to play. So, in terms of a mentality about this game, you got to think in my mind Ingram will be suiting up. All that said, I mean, these are two teams. I don't want to step in front of New Orleans. All right, I am an absolute believer in the Pelicans right now, and I think that if you bet New Orleans every single game between now and the end of the season, you'll make money because this is the team that, again, you look at their season-long stats, and they have no correlation whatsoever with the Pelicans team that's on the floor right now. When they have two stretches where they didn't win a game for 10, 11 games. They went 1-12 and 13 in a row, whatever. I mean, they had some ugly stretches in the first half. That's not that team, right? So as a commodity, the Pelicans are undervalued based on their season-long stats. But I understand that OKC hasn't played well the last couple games. 20-5 ATS in 25 road games. It stands out to me as something I'm not stepping in front of. No way. And especially coming off a loss with the break coming, I think we'll see a strong game from the Thunder here. So Pelicans aren't a team I want to stand in front of today. Thunder aren't a team I want to stand in front of today. For me, it's an easy pass on a 2-game card. I like one of them. I don't like the other one.
I can dig it, and to be honest with you, this is kind of the one. The Pelicans was the one that I really liked the more. That's kind of how I felt about the Clippers and Celtics. I really felt like there was a watch. I mean, I was leaning towards the Clippers for sure. I'm not taking Boston here. I'm leaning towards the Clippers, but I kind of want to ride with one of these home teams tonight, and it wasn't going to be Boston. And I knew that I already liked the Pelicans. I mean, obviously I had to look into this game deeper, but especially when I see triple revenge game, Jay, I have to. It's just a triple revenge game, Jay. They're gonna be the full squad. Like I say, didn't have Zion in those last meetings. When OKC did win in New Orleans, it was only by 3 points. That was a pretty close game when after a while. Like I say, those were the pre-Zion days. I think that this is a new team. They want to go into the break with a win. They, fighting for it. And if they could get this win, that's gonna help out for a playoff. OKC sitting at the 7 right now, or sitting at 7th. New Orleans is at 11th right now. So but they're still only 4.5 games back of the 8th spot. So it's not, their season's not over. Still got a lot to play for. This one could be very meaningful going down to the wire. I don't think and to talk about current form, I don't think OKC is being priced right now, in my opinion. The way that they're playing, they're starting to kind of sort of hit a little wall there, in my opinion. I mean, we saw it happen once before, and then they pick back up, but we know OKC been overachieving this year. I don't give a damn what nobody say, man. They got some good players up there, but they was finna trade Gallinari. What y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Are y'all trying to win or what, man? If you're shopping Gallinari, are you really serious about winning? It's my only question, man. That's the really last thing I got to say about this one. But Junior, you want to recap them with your plays, my guy?
Yeah, I mean, like Carson, only got 2 plays. Pelicanos -2.5. And I got the Clippers first half, even money, +100.
Junior, I saw you cash with Marquette yesterday. Did you have a college look today for us?
No, yeah, I had Marquette +5.5. Yeah, that was, I knew that was going to be a close game. Marquette beat them in the last one. Villanova had to get the win in this one. But no college looks yet. I'm actually about to go take a look at that right as soon as we get off the show, see if I can find some value. You guys got anything for tonight in college?
Yeah, I'll let you know. Jordan, what you got for me? You got recapping with your plays, my guy.
Yeah, no college for me tonight. Going with under 60, taking a little bit of the juice in first quarter of Pelicans and Thunder. Going to hopefully get the right side of this Ingram news, but either way, I still like it a lot. And I think I'm gonna ride with you on that first quarter. And looking at Taylor and Teddy here with the Clippers tonight, I think we're all in agreement that may be the best play of the day. I don't know about I know Teddy thinks it's the best play of the day, but it seems like we all at least agree with him on that.
Yeah, definitely gonna put some on. Yeah, Teddy, what you got? You want to recap them for me?
Oh, I was just gonna say, unfortunately, a lot of times the best play of the day isn't good, and then the 2 or 3 that are not quite as good as the best play of the day or that graded out end up being just fine. That's why I'm never afraid to play volume in the NBA. A lot of times I'm real nitpicky about I'm only gonna play one, or I'm really trying to keep the cards down. In the NBA, I don't always do that because I know that oftentimes the deeper card works out better for me than when I got one game and I love this game. It's still, the NBA. And that's the only game I played in the association tonight. I played the Clippers plus the 2. I got a +2 in my pocket. And it's a significant bet for me. It's a little bit, it's more than an action wager. I'll have some clips on the money line before tip-off as well. How'd you like the end of that Marquette game last night where he missed the 2 free throws? Oh my God! I hope you weren't wide. That was a sweat and a half. I had Marquette in my pocket as well, and they're down 3, and he's missing 2 free throws. And then you're like, "Oh my God, this is not going to end well." But all was well that ended well. And they missed 1 at the other end, and they hit a 3 at the buzzer. But in college, and I did make a couple of moves. I like that Cal Arizona under a lot. That's at 132 was what I put in my pocket. You can still find 132s there. I got a great quote from Sean Miller talking about how they want to run, but they get bogged down by teams that go slow, and that's all Cal's going to do is go slow in that game. So I like that Cal Arizona under. I also got a little piece of Cal Santa Barbara. I was betting number 6-77. I got him at 2.5. The number's 3 now. I've been riding that team on the road all year. They're the veteran squads in West Coast action tend to do fairly well on the highway. So UCSB made my slate as well. And I was tempted by San Fran. I haven't pulled the trigger yet on that one. But in the NBA, the only move I made was the Clippers plus the deuce so far. Like I said, I will have money line before tip.
Like it. I like it. Yeah, I'm gonna hop on them clips too. I like them too, man. I can't say I like the Pelicans more. I do feel like that's a little bit, for my opinion, I feel like it's a little bit more. But yeah, both teams come off a loss. We'll see which one show up tonight. I think the Clippers had a much better depth. Much better. I don't mind putting my money on tonight. We lose, hey, we just take L, but I don't think it's gonna happen. And I got the Pelicans by 7, man. For what it's worth, I got the Pelicans. I got a little 3-pack college as well, man. I like FAU versus Southern Miss. Got a couple of revenge spots as well, man. Texas State minus 2. That one up to 3 now, man. So 3. And I like UTSA versus Marshall. That ain't a revenge spot, but I do like them at the house. They be bullshitting sometimes this year, but I'm riding with them tonight, man. They better get it done versus Marshall. As we know, some of these college teams ain't the same on the road. So that's what I got, man. Today, man, we got to get out of here. We got to get out of here today. Y'all know, come back on Monday, man. I mean, we're gonna be back tomorrow for sure. We'll be back tomorrow, talk some All-Star break. But y'all make sure y'all come in, tune in every day. We're gonna have Teddy from Monday through Thursdays. Hopefully, as much as possible, Teddy. We need much as possible, man. We got to get out of here. Y'all know what we're trying to do. Let's say Alo's Bookmaker.